Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, one of the tracks on Beyonce's Renaissance album, Heated, they had to make a change to it because of some issues. And this is the same thing that Lizzo went through for using ableist language on her song Girls.
That's my favorite record on the album, by the way.
And she updated the track after receiving criticism. On which album? Beyonce or Lizzo?
Beyonce's album, Heated. Uncle Johnny made my dress that cheap spandex. She looked a mess.
All right, so here is the song Heated.
Blasting on that ass, glass on that ass. Send me quick, girl, I need my glass.
She was definitely spazzing.
So the word spaz. And so back in June, Lizzo faced backlash for using that word as well. And reps for Beyonce said in a statement to CNN, the word not used intentionally in a harmful way will be replaced. So we don't know when the new version of Heated will become available, but she is changing that.
Well, we really have to stop acting like words don't have more than one definition. Like, words matter, definitions matter, and as long as the word is being used in the proper context, it should not be offensive. Like, y'all mad at everybody but the dictionary and the thesaurus.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of the Beehive were going crazy on social media that Beyonce actually is going to remove that word, and they're backlashing against the backlash.
Yeah, and coming at Beyonce and Lizzo, that's easy. Like, don't ask Beyonce and Lizzo to remove the word. Go ask Webster's, as in the dictionary. You know you can't do that because it wouldn't make any logical sense. Like, where's your outrage for the people who actually created the English language?
Now, disability advocate Hannah Devine wrote in an opinion article in The Guardian, I'm so tired. Disabled people deserve better. I don't want to have this conversation again. And Warren Kerwin, who was a media manager at the UK Disability Equality Charity Scope, told Insider that removing the word matters because the use of the word can reinforce negative attitudes towards people with disabilities.
So when y'all going to attack the dictionary then? When y'all going to go after Webster's? When y'all going to go after thesauruses for having the word spaz in there? Spaz is a word that has multiple meanings. And out of all of those meanings, I never knew it was considered a slur until y'all went after
I had
Lizzo.
no clue. Yeah, I didn't know.
But once again, it has multiple meanings. And if Beyonce and Lizzo are using it in the proper context, what's the problem?
Well, people are offended. I think in the UK it's just different than the United States, too.
Yeah,
That
you-
word
you-
is a slur there, but here it's not.
That's true. And guess what? In the UK, guess what a cigarette is? Exactly. You wouldn't say that over
That's right.
here.
And they
You know what I mean?
wouldn't change it. They would still.
I'm gonna go over there and say, "Hey, stop calling cigarettes that word."
No, they still do it regardless.
Come on, man.
All right, now The Dream, speaking of Beyonce, has given Diane Warren a lesson after she questioned all of the songwriting credits on Beyonce's Renaissance project. She tweeted, "How can there be 24 writers on a song? This isn't meant as shade, I'm just curious." And then she said, okay, it's probably samples that add up the amount of writers. Now, The Dream responded to that, and he contributed to a lot of the album, by the way. And he went and said, you mean, how does our black culture have so many writers? Well, it started because we couldn't afford certain things starting out, so we started sampling, and it became an art form, a major part of the black culture, hip-hop in America. Had that era not happened, who knows? You good? By the way, I know it's not a one-on-one writing contest. You looking for from no one over here. You don't want that smoke, and you know I love you, but come on, stop acting like your records haven't been sampled. And then she responded, I don't mean that as an attack or as disrespect. I didn't know this. Thank you for making me aware of it. No need to be mean about it.
How is she such a big songwriter but didn't know that? My dumb ass knew that.
What it?
That we said that yesterday when we talked about the 24 writers. It's probably a sample.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what her situation is. I guess he's saying in hip-hop, and that art form, a lot more sampling goes on. And that's why there's so many writers that contribute to that. Okay, now Ice-T has gotten the okay to open a recreational cannabis dispensary in Jersey City. So it's going to be called The Medicine Woman. It's slated to open later this year in a 5,000 square foot retail space. It's just a few miles from Midtown Manhattan. It'll have the best of New Jersey cannabis brands, according to the company, in a new release.
Salute to Ice-T. Dropping the clues bombs for Ice-T.
And shout to his
Great
his
business
partner.
to get in.
He's actually a partner in that business, and I met the woman who he partnered with this weekend. She actually came to the real estate seminar. I'm looking for her name. She was telling me the grind that she had to do. So just so you know, she had to rent out that building for like 2 years because you have to have a building before you can actually get the license. Charlamagne, that's what her name is. And she was telling me that she had to struggle because for 2 years she had to pay that rent and not knowing if she could possibly get the license. And now that she got the license, now she has to go through, buying a whole bunch of cannabis and supplies and all this other stuff. So it's a fight. It's a lot. But congratulations to Ice-T and that young lady. I support them. I'm going to support them so much, man. I know the grind.
And it's literally right through. There's a tunnel that goes to Jersey City from Manhattan. It's the first place you hit when you leave Manhattan.
That's right.
When you go through the Holland Tunnel.
What's the name again?
It's called the Medicine Woman.
No, what's
Charis
her
B.
name? Charis B, that's the name. What
All
up,
right.
Charis? Good morning.
Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
Yeah, she texted me. All right. Anyway, front page news next. What are we talking about?
All right. Well, President Joe Biden announced yesterday that the U.S. has killed an al-Qaeda leader. We'll tell you who that person is and what happened.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.